بحب رحب بالجميع، أهلا وسهلا فيكم على لقاء اليوم. لقاء اليوم هو لقاء عن تصرف المستهلكين في حال وقوع الأزمات Customer Behaviors in Crisis. بحب رحب بالجميع. بحب أول شيء بلش نعرف عن حالنا. نحن Justice Group مهتم بتنمية ومساعدة رواد الأعمال عن طريق الاستشارات وورش العمل والبرامج التعليمية والاستشارية. حبينا بهالظرف اللي عم بتمر فيه كل الدول، الظرف شوي حرج شوي، بقى حبينا نحن كمبادرة مننا نطلق مبادرة اسمها LiveUp. هي عبارة عن لقاءات أونلاين بمواضيع بتهم الجميع. حاولنا نركز شوي على مواضيع شوي متعلقة بالأزمة عشان بس نساعد العالم كيف ينموا البزنس تبعهم. نحن نحاول قد ما فينا نستضيف ناس معروفين بالمجالات على أساس نساعد الجميع. اليوم ضيفتنا هي الأستاذة أليكسا لامورينا، أخصائية في علم التسويق العصبي neuromarketing. هي عم تحكينا من مدريد من إسبانيا، وحتشرح لنا اليوم أكثر كيف نقدر نستعمل تقنيات النيوروماركتينج لحتى نحفز الافكار تبعيتنا وتساعدنا في نحسن الاداء تبع البزنس. لانه مثل ما كلنا حاسين هلا في شوي فتره ركود بكل الدول، بقى ان شاء الله بتمنى انكم تستفيدوا. وبحب نوه انه اللقاء حيتسجل وينزل على قناتنا على اليوتيوب، بقى فيكم تشوفوه بعدين. اللقاء حيكون باللغه الانجليزيه، حينزل مترجم بعدين على قناتنا على اليوتيوب. بس إذا بتحبوا أي حدا يشارك أو يسأل، أنا موجود للترجمة الفورية. اللقاء حتكون مدته تقريبا 45 دقيقة، وبعدها تقريبا في شيء 20 دقيقة حيكون في فقرة أسئلة وأجوبة ومشاركات. هذا اللقاء ما في شهادات، بس زي ما قلت في حقيبة حتنبعت على الإيميل لكل الإيميل المشاركين. بتمنى تتابعونا على جميع مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي حتى تكونوا updated باللقاءات اللي حنسويها. بحب رحب بالجميع ونقول بسم الله ونبلش. Alexia, hello. I just was telling the people about what we're going to talk today, and once you're ready, we are ready to hear. And as I told them, if somebody has some if you want to share something or to comment or participate, and I would like to, I will help them in their English, okay?
Great, thank you very much. We can start wherever you want. It's okay and it's fine for me. So,
okay. So let's start.
Okay. So let's start it. Hello, salam alaikum, marhaba. Ana Arabia Shuya. I'm sorry I don't speak Arab, but I will try my best. My name is Alexia de la Morena. I am a neuroscience expert, and today we are going to talk about how is our consumer behavior and how is our all kinds of influence, because we are really, really influential. We saw and we know that now we are in a new environment, and that's why we are reacting in a different way, because it's a new situation. So, Tarek, thank you very much. I want to say again, thank you very much to Justice Group. It's an incredible group, and you are doing incredible things for human laws and also for knowledge open access. So I will try my best. If someone needs to do some questions, please feel free. This is a forum of experts, and I want to give you some tips that they are going to be great. Okay?
Okay, so, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Let's continue. So what we are going to see today, we are going to see how are our neuro insights and our psychological effects, first of all, to understand the situation, but then work to find with some tips, and for sure, let's see all the opportunities, because we have plenty of opportunities, as you know it. So My name is Alexia de Lامورينا. It will be a pleasure also you add, for instance, in LinkedIn and Instagram, Pinterest, and different Twitter, for instance, to Justice Group. And also you can add me at LinkedIn. Like this, you will be in contact and I will help you with whatever you need, promise. And the good point is that also you will find plenty of information about human behavior. That is a discipline that it starts at 60s, just to understand why people buy a product or why don't buy it. Because remember that we came in different crises, from macro segmentation to micro segmentation. So wow, that's incredible. I don't know if I am going to talk in that slide something new, but this is really interesting. Now we just realized that we need to adjust to a new environment, and for sure we are talking about different new trends, as you know it. Okay, so okay guys, we know we are very influential. We are talking about that because this is very curious, but this is not the first time that it happened. In the crisis 2008 it happens, in the crisis 2005 it happens, but the real thing is that first of all I don't know what to do, but later again, like Mother Nature, and also I balance, because the best thing is just to be always balanced. So the most important, we can see here different things. First, we don't care. Later, okay, maybe this wave is so huge. And then, okay, for sure, we need to work together. We need to cooperate and try to find this win-win situation, because later we are going to be very proud of. I know that now in your country, like infected people are increasing and increasing, and it's normal, but sure that everybody, we are with you. We understand. We just start before. We are okay. And the most important.
But one question, Alexia, you're talking in general, or you're talking about coronavirus situation specifically?
Honestly, I am talking about, in that case, coronavirus, but every time that we are in a different environment, we are working like that. We don't know what is going on, okay, I am in a crisis, and I know that I need to put an effort to collaborate. Okay.
But the ability of adaptation among people is different.
Yes, we need to talk about one term that the name is like the resilience. Resilience is a capacity of human beings to resist. It's true that there are people that they lost everything and they can start again. But the real thing is that human being always has this capacity. We need to create it. And for sure, we are really resistant, because the real thing is that, no, why I am going to lose some rights, because the real thing is that, okay, I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to whatever, but okay, in a new situation, we need to adapt. As Darwin said, the real thing is that the best species is not the one that is the most intelligent, is the one that is more resilient and can evaluate better without any doubt. So, well, guys, this is the situation, but don't worry. We know that in all disaster, there are plenty of opportunities. As far as we know, there are dates from today that countries, that is United States, Italy, our country, Spain, okay, and then a lot of them, okay, wow, we are in a crisis, we don't trust in your neighbor, and that's it. But don't worry, because the real thing is that it's a moment just to create, to understand how to open a lot of new situations. Okay, you have here in South Arabia, you still have some new, as you can see, cases, but the real thing is that, okay, for sure, this is a proof. We need to be resilient, and of course, we need to protect. But this is influencing in different customers. Even if there are a lot of customers that they didn't lose their jobs, and remember, maybe they are earning more money at home because they don't need to eat outside, they don't need to take the car, they don't need to blah 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 blah, and the perception is that they have less money, but it's not true. They are also saving money. I know that is only the 30%, okay, of the population, but we need to understand everything related to that. And we, as a new entrepreneurs, as a new creators, as a responsible of some projects, business, so on, so on, so on, we need to understand how, for instance, marketers need to work on that. In each crisis, we have a lot of opportunities. That's good. Website, blogs, digital. Digital is the king, is the trend without any doubt of this kind of opportunities. But the real thing is that, okay, why don't imagine create multimedia content, because people are sending a lot of multimedia content, and also maybe I can promote myself doing different things or as a brand because it's an opportunity. Okay, it's true. Now also we are, I don't know if it was your case, you are sending pictures to your friends like, hey, do you remember when we were here? Okay, let's do another challenge and let's see again. But this is the real thing, my friends. Okay, the capacity of a resilient person is that one that can see the opportunities and don't cry all the time with all the lose. Why I am saying loses? Why I am saying that? Because human beings always remember more negative things than positive things. And we need to change our mind. We need to always be very optimistic. The real thing is that related to that, for instance, sure that you will see some cases that people that are now building masks, there are people that maybe they are, for instance, spirit drinks that now they are producing sanitary alcohol, or there are other enterprise that maybe, for instance, hotels, that is like, oh, I don't want to hire my people, fire out my people, and the real thing is that let's do an hospital in the sense that collaborate with government, because I don't want that infected people infect people that are really, really, really bad in a normal hospital because they have another disease like heart disease and so on, so on. So always try to find like the type of possibilities that we can have. Why? Because we just realized that Nielsen Consulting, one consultancy company that is global, the real thing is that, okay, the real thing is that people are not considering now buy houses, they are not considering now buy cars, trips, luxury goods, at least over the 3 first months. Sure that there are some people, but not all the rest. So it's true, people has a lot of fear.
Alexia, one question. You say that the hotels now are turning into hospitals. Are they doing this for free, or they are getting paid from the government? This is a very important question.
It's a good point. Mostly of them, they are charging something to the government, but more or less are symbolic. Imagine that one 5-star hotels, the price could be between $79 to $200, like media, but remember that now everything crashed down and has no money, okay? So the real thing is that maybe the government need to pay for each room like $60, okay? And like this, they can assure that they are not going to lose as much as money, and like this, they can assure that people will still have job. And this is a good point. So we need to find out what could be a good idea, because maybe of you are all owners of different companies or like this, and you can do your own proposal, and maybe like this you can work in a new business, but like this, you are going to be a little bit stable. There is another example that now a lot of delivery houses or restaurants are preparing things for elder people just to don't lose like the employees that they have at the moment, and like this they are giving a good service also for families who has no money, and also for people that has some disease and these kind of things. They are delivering all food to their house, and like this they can maintain like employees, for instance. Like
but they still doing delivery anyway, no?
Sorry?
They still doing delivery.
But this is like a service that the government implements.
Okay.
Because now, like schools, like sanitary centers are closed, residents are closed, special residents, and these kind of things. And the real thing is that in all crises, because in all crises we behave in the same way. We need info. That's good point for all companies that are e-commerce or they are digital, because the real thing now we are increasing like contents, consuming contents, these kind of things. But how my brand can reduce the perceiving fears? What we need now? Optimistic news. What we need? Knowledgeology. Did yourself. If I am a brand, I can create contents, okay, that people maybe like it, my potential clients, because like this they are going to share, okay, maybe funny things, maybe something to construct at home, whatever, because this is the good opportunity to have a lot of visibility. Also, how you are going to tell about storytelling, because we have a lot of cases. Now, as you can see, all our sanitary people are heroes, okay, like in your countries, so on, so on. And the most important, how influencers, you are saying at the moment that there are a lot of influencers of your country, also internationals, that are saying to the people like, hey, be safe, stay at home, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because sure that because they have a lot of brand recognition, the real thing is that we believe more on them than in the government.
Can you explain why? Like why people rely on the brands more than the government?
Because it's true. We know the case is that people prefer always to believe in prescribers, okay? Who is a prescriber? Someone that we identify with that person, and we prefer that is someone that is famous but has anything related to a brand or to the government, so on, so on. We believe more on that because we know that sometimes government, they are not very transparent, and we have a lot of corruption. Sometimes we don't know if they are saying like the real statistics and these kind of things. That's why we always, as a human beings, we need always to identify. Why? Because very simple thing, we are really simple. For instance, we always watch our eyes, okay? Because like this, we can see the intention of people. We always do this classification. We do.
So you recommend, for example, that like the current brand to, let's say, to hire or to contract an influencer to spread their messages, something like this? Because as you say, people are more into influencers these days.
Yeah, it depends. It needs to be someone that has very good brand recognition. But the real thing is that not only for that, if your brand has a little bit of high recognition, you are going to impact more to people, because we always classify in our mind brands as familiar or not familiar, and people familiar or not familiar. Not always is good if maybe the match of this influencer and the company has no sense. When has no sense, we have a lot of examples. The real thing is that it's not going to have a good match. But there are another companies that has the same values and the same things and use the same person, that it match. Let me put you an example.
Yes, please.
Yes, came to my mind Nespresso and George Clooney. Okay, but after Nespresso and George Clooney, the actor was proposed for a telecom company that is like very cheap price, low cost, and these kind of things. They pay a lot of money for the actor, but it doesn't match because it has no values. Yeah.
The profile is different for them totally, because now the people has in their mind like George Clooney with the luxury lifestyle in Nespresso.
Yeah. That's it. So try to understand that maybe you are a good influencer. Why? Because you are being transparent. You are giving good info. Now we are at the do it yourself, did it yourself moment. So people need content to create and co-create with you, interact with you. So let customer to interact with you, because like this, sure that you are going to have a better brand.
One question, Alexia, do you remember any example about like brands who did some, like to say, like in the sense of social responsibility regarding the situation here in Spain, like did something to inform people about the situation?
Yeah, there are plenty of cases. For instance, let me go 1 minute to the real thing. Put in an example like Telepizza, Pizza Hut, these kind of companies created like a message. Let me show you this example. For instance, like McDonald's. Okay, here we know that McDonald's is an international company, but it's like how they profit as all companies, first of all, to say, hey, see you soon. Okay, I need to inform to my client that I need to close. Yeah. But at all, they are sending message like, okay, let me know if you are safe. Those are the recommendations, but don't worry, we will wait for you when you can come in. That's it. For instance, if we are talking about small tips for our business, okay, we can see that, okay, brands, what they are doing, like get in contact with the client. Time by time, they are sending some info. Send announcement to stay at home, okay? Like we are part of you, you are part of our heart. These kind of things depends on the type of communication of the company. Be safe. We want to protect you, okay? But they are also sending promotions, they are sending offers. As you can see, Amazon those days has an incredible promotions, like 50% I received yesterday on my email direct marketing, and how they are working. And for instance, something that I really like it, because to nurture also you as a candidate, or your business or your idea, your project, you need to create good content. This is the most important. So in point number 5, we are talking about share free content, video, also did it in nodology. Why? Because we are at the era of nodology. It's like open access. This is an example, for instance, how all brands, also in training sector and all markets, is like, hey, remember, this is free for you, this Netflix. Okay, free month for you, all the month. Yeah, for sure, that's great. Be safe. But the real thing is that they will be a percentage of people that after the month will say, oh yeah, no, I can't live without Netflix.
Yeah, and the promotion.
Yeah, it's a promotion. Try to interact your client and potential customer, and try to create new opportunities, give cumulative points, or give whatever that is very small for you, but is so big for your customer.
To spread the message that you do care about your audience, about their health, about their situation in general.
The real thing is that we need to understand how is the consumer behavior, just to communicate in one way or another way. We know that in each country, most important, family, health family, personal health, job security. It's true that there are a lot of people that they are going to lose their job. Don't worry, there are some projects that are going to block at the moment, but don't worry, maybe keep working, you will have success. The economy, and for sure the fear that spread the virus to each other. Sure, there are people taking a lot of pills, anxious, problems of sleeping, felt depressed, lonely. Is normal, okay? In each crisis is that. But the most important, what I am focused on that, is that not everybody is losing money. Supermarket is earning a lot of money, are increasing money. Media, wow, is the best area for media. Everybody is watching at all. In Europe, 5 hours and a half each day. Imagine, just to understand everything. Telecoms, digital, but what is important, when you will see in your country all the announcement and all the new spots and publicity that you are going to see are not related to supermarket, are not related to media. Maybe media are doing promotion campaigns just to say, hey, be responsible, be safe, be proud of your sanitary people and police and everybody that is trying to help you, these kind of things. But you are going to see now, because we can do two kind of publicity. We can do proactive publicity. Imagine how to use an app, how to use Uber or whatever. But the second one is like proactive publicity, just to say, hey, remember that I am your bank. Why? Because in crisis, there are a lot of people that, oh, no, let me take my money because, I don't know, I prefer to have my money at home. You know, crisis and wars, they are very risky, and these kind of things. So you are going to see spots related to bank, to healthcare, to some pills, even if we don't have any vaccine at the moment for coronavirus, and a little bit of different markets that they need to survive and to be visible.
One question, Alexia. We have noticed here in Spain, for example, like a huge shortage of sport equipment. It's amazing because people now they are at home and they are like trying to practice sport at their home. So like sports equipments are out of stock.
Yeah, and also toys. Why? Because it's true, eh? The parents that maybe you are here that have kids, being all the time at home with kids is very difficult. It's a master. The real thing is how time to time they buy things for kids to be entertained at the moment, to be entertainment, and the other thing is because also they feel guilty. So it's a very good moment for e-commerce, is a very good moment for digital, is a very good moment for toys, is a very good moment for sport equipment, is a very good moment for vitamins companies and superfoods companies, and there are a lot of them.
But for example, like if we were going to take an example, Mercadona here in Spain, their platform as like e-commerce was not that active. If you remember their platform comparing to Carrefour, it was a nightmare. It was very, on the level of user experience, it was super bad. But now they have improved it a lot to take opportunity, because even if the supermercados are open now, but you have to wait like a huge line and you might not find what you need. So people are aiming more into like online order. That's like the crisis create a need for the market.
Yeah, the crisis always change a little bit the market. We will see, thank you very much, Tarek, for that incredible example, that after all, people are going to change like the way of buying. They are going to be more people that never buy before through internet supermarkets, and they are going to do. And putting this example, Mercadona, that is earning at the moment a lot of money and also is giving an incredible service, increase from that month 20% of the salary of each employee. Just to say, Thank you. Well, that's it. There are some behave that we change it for sure. Now we apply a little bit more social distance. And the good point is that this is a social experiment, incredible, in this kind of opportunity, that working on remote is better and we can be more efficient than working at the enterprise. So sure that later a lot of companies are going to realize that they spend more expenses if the freelance is working at home, the employee that working another. You have here an example. Opportunities. You have a lot of opportunities. For instance, insurance. If you are working with insurance, you can sell a lot of new insurance for people, for the health, for virus, for the unfortunately for when mortuary, when you die, and so on, so on, so on. Because it's true that nowadays there are a lot of people that unfortunately they are dying.
Passing away.
Yeah, that's it. So the real thing, we know statistics. We know that this year, 2020, we are not going in global, for instance, retail, we are not going to sell more. We are going to go down. Don't worry. We took for granted things and it's a new way to recover ourselves. Very important. What is a neuroinsight? What is an insight? We need to understand that we always need to understand the positive insight of clients and the negative insight of clients. Why? Because sure that if I understand the negative insights of my product, service, or my competitors, sure that people are going to prefer me without any doubts. We know that, for instance, insights in psychology is like the desire, the need, the desire. Remember something really interesting. Our mind, the power of our mind is the only thing that can fly so high, yeah? But the real thing is that all your needs, all your desire are here. So we are really influential. We need to eat every day. We need to drink water. We need to sleep. The rest, yeah, is not as essential, but we think we is essential. This is something that it happened in each crisis, but with our product brand, we need always with project, okay, try to reduce, try to balance our teams, because we have something that is the amygdala hijack. And sometimes we fight, sometimes we freeze totally with blood, and sometimes we go away. But the real thing is that for sure we need to understand and let's say to your potential clients that you are going to be there and you can help them.
Why you said we need to think about the negative insight of our target?
Always negative insight. Let me put an example like this, it will help you. Imagine that you love one brand, Starbucks. Everybody knows Starbucks. Maybe you love the inside, positive inside, you love products, but you don't love like in this Starbucks, they are cleaning and all the time the smell is very strange. And you love the brand, you love the products, but you don't love the smell of that exactly place. So maybe you are not going to that Starbucks and you are going to another. So if I understand what are the negative parts of my product, okay, brain perception, very important. You can be optimistic in your life or you can be negative in your life. Let me tell you something, neuroscience. We have a lot of studies that it is said that positive people live more, has more friends, are more proactive, and earn more money because they are always watching win-win situation. Optimistic is the opposite. Less friends, less opportunities, more passive. Everything is like, oh, the war is a disaster, and they have more illness. And the other point is that they die first. What do you think? is my proposal. What do you choose? So very important. Situations and experience are totally relative. It's how we believe and how we behave to all of them. This is the good moment just to realize that we can't control anything. We are always in an unstable market and unstable situation. The only thing that you can control is your connection, disconnection, because sometimes you need to disconnect in your life, and try to use this powerful time to boost your projects.
But how can we control everything? In what sense you mean?
We can't. No, not possible to control anything. If we are alive, the good point is to try to be very balanced and try to understand that maybe we are at home, or now we need to be at home, but we are really lucky. Maybe every day we are eating. Maybe we don't have a war around us at the moment, and we need to feel that we are really, really lucky. But this is a theory that is loss and aversion, that we always suffer more with pain. We always remember more pain and trauma and these kind of things than happiness and pleasure. My advice, try to always control your mind, positive mind, and always try to find info that it is said that you are okay. Imagine in our country, Spain, nowadays they are dying a lot of people. I know more than 20 people that die around me that I know, okay? The real thing is a pity, but the real thing is that we need to realize that we need to find positive info, and we need to realize that, okay, I am alive. I have a pain? No, I am okay. Okay, let's continue. So
you do agree that the behavior of the people after the crisis will change. They will be more thankful of what they're having, like the normal routine, the normal life. Like the way that they can go out of the house, it will be a plus.
Yeah, inshallah. I wish, in the sense that I hope, but this is an incredible lesson learned. And we need to learn about this, we need to learn about values, we need to learn about how we are consuming things and products and services as crazy. But I am not quite sure, I don't think so. Maybe this is gonna be like 3 weeks, 1 month, that we consider and we say, hey, we are really lucky, we were really resilient, we continue. But are all more of the cultures forgot what they have it, and again it's gonna be this.
Is it like a human nature?
Unfortunately, yes. So depends in our human being and our values. If we are more conscious, we will have a better behavior, but that's it. So where we are at the moment, for instance, we just are going out. In your case, Tarek, that now you are in Spain. Now I think we are in the learning zone. And
I think Saudi Arabia, they're still in the panic buying, no? Because they just started.
Usually it's normal. So now in Saudi Arabia, you are panic buying, fear zone, where what to do and whatever. Now later you will be at learning zone. Try to profit that time as a gift of the universe, honestly. And the real thing is, try also to understand how you can be grateful, like the present, find the purpose. Each small steps is the start of something bigger, okay? And trying to think each other, call friends, but not all the time negative things, only positive things, a challenge together, maybe a trip that you are going to do after, what you are going to create as a project, like be very proactive.
So to think, let me just keep the slide so I can translate. So your advice in the fair zone is, like, as you say, to think positively and to think about what's gonna be next, like next step, to help us to get out.
And the real thing is try to live the present. Why? Because the real thing is that mostly of the people are living at future, so they have anxiety, and people that are living on the past, okay, at the past, is they are having a little bit of depression or strong depression. It's very difficult to work like with neuroscience at the live present, okay? So we have direct situation, okay? Morbidity, mortality, so on. Later, we are going to have impacts in need care, okay? We need to take care about the people that are more vulnerable, without any doubts. And later, yes, we find a way, for instance, lack of a school closures, these kind of things. Guys, everybody is doing online training. You know that now we are having more meetings than any time in our life. So this is a success. And the most important, okay, how we are going to work with these long-term patterns that you need to work. It's only that.
Okay.
So let's continue. These psychological principles in all our life, marketing and sales always work with these principles that are the principles of persuasion from one author that is a psychology, that the name is Robert Cialdini, that you can see at the source. The good point is like, if we do cooperation, we are going to receive reciprocity, and you can see that in some brands, they present to you whatever, and they like this, you buy it. So try to do that if you need to do it. Authority, how they say time to time, no, this is the best cream that, or tooth dent that they say, wow, this is the best. 93% of dentists say that this is important. And you need to understand that social proof is very important. It's a good point just to give good message and share info related to your market. You don't need to talk it about COVID, but working on that, because the real thing is that you need to understand. The real thing is related to scarcity. This is, for instance, a strategy that luxury brands are always doing. Oh, this is a limited edition. We have very few units. If you want to buy, it's very expensive, but it's for you, you know it. Yeah. And this is the scarcity related to COVID, that everybody is like, okay, no paper, no toilet paper, no whatever. At the beginning, you will see that everybody is buying as a crazy, but then later people will relax, but because they know that they have a lot of things. What is going on? Okay, physical signs. Sure, you need to do a little bit of sports. Emotional signs. Okay, try to reduce, because people sometimes are getting nervous. So try to be you, the ones that are balanced, and try to understand that you are a very lucky person and you have plenty of things in your life. What else, guys? That's it, my friends. Work on that, being the best professional ever. Related to yes philosophy. What is that theory? Yes philosophy is try to always say yes, okay, before saying a no, always. And maybe you can't do it, that project, but maybe you can get in contact with someone, and this person will be very grateful for you, with you, and the other person will be very grateful for you. An escalator level and theory is just push up, go, try to be very resilient, and try to be always the best professional that you can be, with knowledge, with a lot of skills, languages, as you know, and also the most important, your passion and attitude. Mind attitude, what is that? Let me put you an example. Einstein, okay, he always say, a crazy person is that one that doing the same try to find different results. And it's true, we need to change the way how we are thinking at the moment, and PEA, positive environment attitude, is related to a positive situation. imagine, for instance, Disneyland Paris or Disneyland is the only park recreations that are not in bankruptcy. They earn a lot of money, and the good point is because they create a very positive environment that Mickey Mouse is always helping you, that you feel that your inside childhood. And for instance, when it's your birthday, they came with a cake to your room and they celebrate with you. But also all the managers of Disney that maybe they are not working at the recreation parks and they are working at headquarters, they should go there and be inside Mickey Mouse dress, okay, and interact with kids to know how are the emotions, how are the feelings, to remember always that how need to be the experience. And attitude is like negative environment attitude. When you go to a place that everybody is very, you know, and remember that we behave in the way that we are watching each others. So try to understand and choose positive environment attitudes that you are going to do more win-win cooperation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Now we'll see the question. Alexia, Abdulaziz is asking, how can we predict the customer behavior after the crisis will end, hopefully soon? How can we predict?
Thank you very much. It's a very smart question. The real thing is that at the beginning it's going to be a little bit conservative, but again, like it's supposed like 3 months is going to be up again.
So it's going to be back to normal.
Yes, without any doubt.
They won't be thankful for anything. But as you said, like their way of behave is going to change. For example, the example you did about the online marketing, no?
Yeah. So the real thing is that it's going to believe more on brands. It's going to buy things, but at the beginning it's going to be very careful what they buy, because they remember that they have still have a lot of loose perception, that they lose a lot. But you will see that they will trust little by little, and you will see like the joyness also in your city, because people need it. Going out to the park, going to wherever.
They will go back to normal life.
ألو السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
معليش أستاذي،
لا ولا
لسه
يهمك.
النت زاين.
ولا
أول
يهمك.
شيء أحب أشكركم على هذه المبادرة، وأشكر أستاذة نجلة القحطاني على هالمبادرات الجميلة.
تسلم كل ذوق.
والله الموضوع جدا مشوق، ومرافقة مع أختي والدة، فكل شوي أطلع منها. مرة كان الموضوع جدا مشوق.
ولا يهمك، هو حينزل على قناتنا على اليوتيوب، ولا يهمك، وحنعمل لقاء تاني
بإذن الله. فالإنسان لما يصحى من نومه يبدأ يومه بالتفاؤل والإيجابية. نص النفسية دائما بالتفاؤل والإيجابية. صح. لما يصنع الإنسان بالتفاؤل والإيجابية نفسيته، صدقوني راح يزين يومه. مظبوط. يزين يومه، وما نفكر على الحاضر زي ما قالت استاذتنا، لا نفكر على شو مو نوصل، يعني احنا نبغى النقطة الأخيرة، لا نبغى شو حبة حبة. يعني اليوم مثلا أنا برتب جدولي، مثلا بصحى من النوم برتب كذا، بس إنه إن شاء الله إنها أزمة بتعدي. والله كان موضوع مشوق بينكم وبين أختي، فمرة استمتعت.
تسلمي كلك زوجة، هذه بنعتز فيها يا رب. بتمنى تكونوا
شكر والله لكم.
هلا والله.
الله يسعدك يا رب.
والله كلك ذوق. هلا.
الله يسعدك.
هلا. أنا حأسأل سؤال من عندي. أليكسيا, I'm messing up with the Spanish. I have one question, please. You said something very important about like how the brands participate in what's happening. For example, like I'm going to give you an example happening now in Saudi Arabia. You know, when you have your cell phone, the name of the network showing up, all the network company in Saudi Arabia changed it to stay at home. Like they are sending a message, like they are supporting. But like for me, it's kind of tricky because, you know, like in the market, there's always the competitor. but they unite all of them, and they give like this message to stay at home to all the participants. Not only that, they also give free internet to the people who are locked down in the hospitals. I think this kind of very important social responsibility wise, don't you think?
Yeah, without any doubts. I absolutely believe that brands need to be co-responsible for all the situation that is having at the moment. And the real thing is that there need to be a model of reference, because they need to take care about citizens without any doubt. It's a good point. The case of hospitals also in Spain, they are doing the same. And as you can see also in some countries, a lot of brands are doing the logo.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Mr. Slama is asking you, do influencers change the consumer behavior of products other than the crisis? It's a very good question. The trend of influencer, it's very important. Like now people are relying on influencer. It's amazing how nowadays people are more into micro influencer. If you agree with me, like they prefer dealing with micro influencers with 1,000 or 10,000 followers rather than 1 million followers.
Without any doubts, and the real thing is that this kind of micro influencers, let me show you one example. Let me show you only one example of this kind of micro influencer that could be anonymous, and this is the good point. The power of the human beings, without any doubts. So that case in our country, and now they are using different countries. One expert say, hey, come on, we can use like the mask of Decathlon as a way of breathe someone that need to breathe with this kind of at the hospital. So what they do, it was some micro influencers. Hey, come on, if you have a mask in your house of Decathlon, please donate to us, donate, blah, 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 micro influence, okay? And they reach it to send a lot to the hospital, and also to talk with Decathlon Spain. And for instance, they bring, and Decathlon Spain donate all masks for all hospitals, because it's very easy to do this, that have someone 1 month, imagine, with the tube like this.
But this mask, they use it normally for diving, no?
Yes.
I have one more question from Mr. Ahmad.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very important question. I like it. He's asking, like now, for example, a lot of companies are committing a lot of mistakes regarding, for example, the delivery, the restaurants. They are delaying, or they are coming very late to deliver the food or the service, whatever. How can the brands get the confidence again? It's a very important question. On the neuromarketing, in the perspective of neuromarketing.
Yeah, first of all, it's really a smart question, as all of them. Thank you very much. We need to understand that we are in a very difficult situation. We are on a crisis, and I think that each customer understand that time is going to delay. Okay, so brands, if they advise and they say, hey, we are trying to take care about you, we are giving, for instance, priorities to people that are elderly, for instance, delivery, the case of Carrefour, they are delivering first to elder people and people with special needs first, because they can't go outside to buy whatever. And the real thing is that put announcement, and all the time give the message like, hey, we are trying to give you the best, blah, 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 blah. And as far as I know, there are companies related to delivery on supply management that they are hiring.
Like advising the people, the brands, to justify the reasons why?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, sorry, apologize. But in that case, sure that people with coherence is going to understand. So if there are some more days and also they give the announcement, sure that people, they are going to continue to trust on that brands, that maybe they increase the value, because it's like, wow, when I was at home, I remember that Carrefour came to my house, Pizza Hut came to my house, Mercadona came to my house, and you know, it's a good service.
بعتقد هيك بنكون خلصنا. طيب أنا بدي أتشكركم جدا كثير للحضور، وبتمنى تكونوا استفدتوا. نحن بهالأزمة مع بعض، بتمنى تمرق بسرعة، لكن نحن متأكدين وعنا أمل بإذن الله، أملنا بالله كثير كبير. بتمنى نكون أضفنا ولو معلومات بسيطة، بس بادرة هيك تكون كتير بسيطة، بس لنزرع الأمل ونزرع الطاقة الإيجابية زي ما قالت الأستاذة أليكسيا. أنا كتير بتشكركم على الحضور، وبتمنى منكم إنكم تتابعونا على مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي جميعها، لأنه نحن يعني كل فترة يعني هالفترة حنعمل كثير لقاءات أونلاين مع خبراء عالميين وسعوديين محليين. بتمنى تتابعونا على كل مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي عشان تبقوا updated بهاللقاءات. بحب نوه هالمرة الأخيرة إنه الكونتنت، المحتوى حينبعث لكل المشاركين باللغة العربية والإنجليزية إن شاء الله خلال يومين. أنا بتشكركم كثير، ورجعوا شوفوا الحلقة على قناتنا على اليوتيوب، حتكون إن شاء الله مترجمة. Alexia, muchísimas gracias. I want to really thank you for this very beautiful presentation. And as we say, I tell them فيكم تسووا لها follow لأليكسيا لامورينا، موجود بالpresentation كل عناوينها على التواصل الاجتماعي. Last word, if you want to say anything.
Shukran, Lama. Thank you very much. For me, was an honor staying with you. Shukran.
Thanks to you. شكرا كثير، وإن شاء الله بنشوفكم بلقاء قريب. شكرا.